Friday. It's time to catch up with everything that's been happening in Bollywood, and I will say welcome back and nice to meet you, Suma B. How are you, love?
Nice to meet you too. And it's been a busy week in Bollywood. You might think you've run up the stairs, but I tell you, Bollywood is as busy as ever.
Bet they don't have to make gingerbread men though.
No, bit more glamorous than that. We've actually got a big story about L'Oreal have used Aishwarya Rai many times to do their advertising. Right. You know the whole Cheryl Cole's on the bandwagon too at the moment.
Yeah, because she's worth it.
Exactly. Well, we've got a new face in Bollywood, Frida Pinter. she was in
Slumdog. Yeah, she's stunning. She's an absolutely beautiful lady.
And we're just thinking, so is she going to take the new role, the reins of being the new face of L'Oreal for the Indian woman? And it's kind of like the new girl face is the old girl.
Right, so there's a bit of tension going on, being replaced by a younger model.
Is this going to be hotly contested, do you think? Do you think there are going to be a lot of contestants in, or a lot of people that are in the frame for this?
I think these two ladies, first of all, are both in their own right massive actresses. Frida Pinter's proved her own value. She's proved she is worth it, to be fair. Yeah. And it's just a matter of, you know, new versus the old, and old, you know, established versus new talent.
I think in Bollywood and Hollywood and any society really, you do get very worried about getting replaced by a younger model. There's so much pressure on older women. It's horrible.
But from those two, can we just see that picture again of those two? Doesn't it normally go to the one with the best hair? Doesn't it?
Well, it's all extensions, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Well, where do all the extensions come from? India. So the Indian ladies do have the nice hair anyway.
That is true. That's very true.
So, well, we've also got a Hollywood influence coming to India. We've got Jessica Simpson. She's taking her new show.
Jessica Simpson.
And she's taking it to Bollywood because she's going around for her new VH1 TV show. Finding out practices, and
she's looking at what makes beauty and what is the definition of beauty. Is that right?
In different cultures and different countries.
Right.
And she's going to go to Bollywood, and she's going to take tips from Neha Dutta and find out exactly what it is that makes Bollywood beautiful.
Right, that's very interesting.
Girly stuff.
Yeah, I love Jessica Simpson. So apparently she's going to be doing some stuff with Nick in the future too. That's what I've heard along the grapevine, but you heard it here first.
Oh, that's an exclusive.
You know it all, don't you?
I do. I read far too many of these magazines.
Another thing we're looking at first is the latest Bollywood film that's going to be released on Christmas Day. Oh. It's something I've been waiting for. It's one of those comedies. It's called 3 Idiots.
Right. Sounds like a production team.
It's kind of 1, 2, 3. No, I didn't really say that. But yeah, it's going to be released on December 25th, and it's about two guys who go in search of one of their friends, and they were college friends, and they just reminisce about times they had at university and with ex-girlfriends and the rest.
Right.
And it should be a good film. I mean, comedy's been slated in Bollywood at the moment because it's coming across as very difficult, and a lot of the roles aren't really being fulfilled in the comedic value. We talked last week about how Bollywood actresses were finding it difficult. So
definitely, comedy's the hardest thing to master, the hardest genre to master, because especially if there's so much pressure on it and people are sitting there expecting to be entertained, then it's very, very difficult.
It's hard to make people laugh, and people are just trying new things, and let's just hope there's a bit more success.
Definitely, and if it comes out on Christmas Day, everyone's going to be in good spirits, so hopefully it'll be well received.
Good time of year for something a lot more light-hearted, isn't it?
But it was a bit difficult last week because 3 big films came out for Diwali, and we were expecting for them to be really, well celebrated, especially
make a big splash.
Exactly, but we did talk about Kylie Minogue, and she's actually been slammed by the Bollywood press.
No,
she has.
The little pop princess.
Her debut in Bollywood was last week in this film called Blue, and I did mention there has been some mixed response.
Tell us what her role in that was briefly.
She's doing a cameo, and she's doing a cameo appearance.
Oh, there she is.
And she's just singing a song called Chiggy Wiggy.
Yeah. And great name, great title.
She's being kind of described as not being very, perhaps, as glamorous as she could be. I think people expect so much from her that they were a little bit disappointed.
She's she's like me. She's tiny. She's something like 4 foot 10 or 11. She's really, really diminutive.
Really little lady,
but she still looks very glamorous, I think.
For her age as well. She's been going around for a long, long time, and she still looks flawless.
Like 3 generations. That's mental.
Crazy. I used to dance with Kylie when I was little.
That's makeup and extensions, though.
Have you got the same makeup artist? Let's moving on.
Yeah,
Well,
swiftly.
the whole film blew. It was just a bit of a disappointment in general. It was the biggest Bollywood film in terms of cost and production, and it
Ever?
was yes, ever.
Wow.
60-something million.
By country for that.
That's a huge budget, isn't it?
It was one of the biggest, and you can tell from all the action scenes, underwater scenes. They're basically going in search of some lost treasure that apparently was found from in the Bahamas, on its way from England to India, which is kind of what I was thinking about. Why are they going to the Bahamas to find lost treasure when it's not en route for start? It doesn't really make sense. And then it was as though they did all the action scenes and the story just kind of popped out.
That happens a lot, you know, with these big budget films. So much money is ploughed into the special effects and getting the big stars. Actually, the storyline, the plot, the thing that grips you is lost and is forgotten and overlooked. So that's not the first time that's happened, and for some reason producers aren't learning from their mistakes. Get me in Bollywood, I'll sort it out.
It's a lot of money to play with, isn't it?
Well, there is a serious story that we can just finish on quickly.
Yeah,
there's a film that's about honour killings, and I think that's kind of, we talked about recently how directors should take serious subjects and put them on the big screen.
Well, the best medium is film, isn't it? So people can really absorb and learn knowledge.
Definitely.
So fantastic.
Look forward to, I'll tell you more about that one next time.
Oh, very exciting. So you're back next Friday, aren't you?
I am back next
Friday.
Friday.
We'll learn even more about it then. Thank you for joining us today, Summer.
Fantastic, I love that. That's a good gossip roundup, isn't it?
I know, and we get it every single
L'Oreal,
Friday.
Kylie,
So much going
big
on.
Bollywood blockbusters, I
So
love
much
it.
going on. And I like how it's really integrating Bollywood and Hollywood, and you've got Kylie and you've got Jessica Simpson, so really getting everybody involved.
Definitely.
Very multicultural.
Definitely,
That's what we like
I'll
to see.
go for a couple of castings now, I think.